It's training camp season. Today we're looking at the Chicago Bears and getting a good look at Colston Loveland. We're going to watch him catch some balls, work through some drills, everything else. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at your favorite players on your favorite teams every day at practice, your rookies, those position battles. Guys, you're getting ready to draft in fantasy football here soon. It's all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. Today we're looking at Colston Loveland. And he's been making plays. He's been looking good. We're going to loop this and keep talking ball. There's a lot to talk about here, but there he is, rising up. Here's another one. Boom, getting it. Over the middle. Getting it down there. He moves. Good for the size. He moves good for his size. Hands are sticky. There he is there. Here's another one. Making plays. Making plays, showing the sticky hands. There he is. Who do you like better, Loveland or Tyler Warren? I can give you a case for both. And that's my job, to give you a case for both, and you pick what you want. But there we go. Rolling out. Boom. Getting the block in. Colston Loveland. That one was from today. Here's another one of the same play over the middle. Colston Loveland. The fit with Caleb Williams here. The fit with this offense. I believe he fits perfectly for what this team wants. For what they're looking for. Because really, look at how this offense is built right now with what they got. You got DJ Moore on the outside. Rome Odunze on the outside. Luther Burden, you're going to be moving around once he's developed. And he's been making plays too. I will have another video on Luther Burden. He's been looking good. But you're looking at Colston Loveland. A tight end that stretches the seam. That gets behind him linebackers. You pop that pass over to him. And with the length on him, look how long those arms are. He looks like the alien from Signs running around there. But he's got good movement to him. Sticky hands. He's made some big catches over at Michigan. Go look at his highlight reel. He's made some glorious catches. Sticky hands, in traffic, doesn't matter. He's covered, he's open. You see that, and it's coming to life here in training camp. Making big play after big play. And he's a big play tight end. He's kind of got a little bit of that Jimmy Graham in him, getting downfield, making plays happen, posting up, using that body, the ball's in the air. Great for the seam. Great for how this offense is ran. A lot of people compare him to Sam Laporta. I think how you look at his game, it just fits well with what we're looking at here for this team. There was a lot of battles between him and Tyler Warren. I think, honestly, when you look at the tight end position, tight ends, you got to bucket them and look at them vastly different from one tight end to the other. I think you definitely got to do that. Tyler Warren is a good tight end, a very good tight end prospect. He's one of those players that's super safe. He's good at all phases. Where you look at Loveland, it's down the seam, catching that ball downfield, being a huge receiving threat at the catch point. And it really depends on how you want to implement your offense, how you want to use your tight end. Because if you want a tight end that you can just throw around, inline, outline, in the backfield, maybe use him as a fullback a little bit here and there, move him around, I'm probably looking at Warren, like a more dependable tight end over the middle, taking those targets. If you want that big play tight end downfield, where you look at Warren, he made those big plays, but this is different. He moves faster. He's much quicker. Long arms are there. Both of them make catches in traffic, but getting that speed behind those linebackers, that explosive rating downfield is what you're looking at with Colston Loveland that sets them apart. Really depends on what you want. Do you want something more fluid, more like a wide receiver, or you want something that you want to use in different phases? Which you can use Loveland in different phases, and you can use Warren as a wide receiver. But I think you get what I'm getting at. I don't have to cross my I's and dot my T's with this one. It's common sense. Loveland downfield is a nasty playmaker. Watch him develop. With both those two tight ends, you need to give them grace because more often than not, it takes some time for young tight ends to develop. And sometimes it takes a good tight end with their second team before they develop. That's the thing about this game. This is a very nuanced position That's another thing where I stated earlier where you need to put your tight ends in the buckets. How they play the game, how they win. He wins downfield. He wins downfield as a receiver. You can split him out in the slot. You got your big wide receiver. You can put him in line. Pop pass over that linebacker. And now you got to make a choice of your defensive alignments. You got Rome Odunze, DJ Moore. Luther Burden's been torching. You got Olamide, the King Zekas there. But you're looking at this, and you got some weapons here. They upgraded the offensive line. They got Loveland. They drafted Loveland over Warren. And that's the similar reason that was brought up in interviews. They said different words that sounded more literate than I do. But still, they said basically the same thing. Like, he just fits the offense. He fits Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams loves to push it downfield. Caleb Williams at USC, go back to that. There's only a sample of 1 year in the NFL. He doesn't check it down much. He likes to push it downfield. He is aggressive with it. He's aggressive with the football. We saw that with some of the interceptions in camp. Now, he's had his moments, too, in camp where he's looked good. There's a couple bad practices mixed in there. He's also had some good moments, too. But he's a quarterback that's very aggressive with the football. So with that, you kind of want a tight end that's aggressive downfield, that makes plays downfield to fit this system, a la Loveland, that is also a big play, big target for him downfield to make those plays, to help him out, because that's just going to fit what he's doing downfield. And you need that tight end to be able to get downfield faster, because the play's going to ramp up. Things might go haywire, even though it shouldn't as much. They kind of patched up the offensive line. We want to see how that looks in season, but they upgraded the offensive line. That's a big get for Caleb Williams. But now we got Luther Burden hitting in training camp. We got Colston Loveland making plays. Rome Odunze has been making plays. DJ Moore has been DJ Moore. DeAndre Swift is always good in the passing game. He's explosive. Caleb Williams has to take a step forward some way, shape, or form this year. I'm not saying he has to turn into Joe Montana or even Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying that. But he has to show some development this year. He has to show it in game, because the pieces are starting to look good. Now, if you're looking at Cole Kmet, he's eventually going to take Cole Kmet's lunch. Just the talent is just way too immense long term. Cole Kmet is a solid guy on the roster. Now, if you're looking at this for fantasy football, great upside play for Dynasty. Great upside play. If you can get him, especially in tight end premium, especially his values all over the place from league to league, from what I'm feeling from my experiences. And then on top of that, when you're looking at that from redraft, dart throw, lottery ticket player. And that could hit for you in an immense way. He could become a bigger piece in the offense somewhere down the line. He's that talented of a player. Just a dart throw lottery ticket player. And if you're sick of running backs at your lottery ticket spots, you're not feeling the wide receivers, that's a lottery ticket player. And if the lottery ticket players that you draft don't pan out, considering lottery tickets, and what do you do with your lottery tickets that don't pan out? You cast them aside and get you another lottery ticket and play that gamble. That's what you do. That's what I like about lottery ticket players. So when I'm looking at the double-digit rounds of fantasy drafts, my last 3 to 5 picks, depending on your league format, lineup settings, I'm going lottery ticket. I'm going straight upside. I'm straight young player. And if I cash, I cash. If don't, I go to the next lottery ticket off the waiver wire, or the next hot piece off the waiver wire. And honestly, with that lottery ticket player, that's probably the first player, unless it's a high coveted lottery ticket. High coveted lottery ticket, meaning I feel good this player is probably going to break out somewhere down the line. Kind of like a Devin Achin. A lot of people were trying to drop Devin Achin early, and I told them not to. That's a hot lottery ticket. You kind of got to have the feel for that. You watch this channel enough, you'll get that feel. The thing about that, though, those back 9 players, well, I'm talking about one of your last picks, your last 1 or 2 picks. Since they're lottery tickets, they're not roster cloggers, you're feeling good about those 11 points per game. That's really not doing anything for you. It's not more than 4 points a game when it comes to overall winning your lineups. Honestly, when you look at the numbers, like, it feels good. You feel all right when you put them in, or they feel good on your bench. But the lottery ticket player, if those players hit, and you're talking about 1 or 2 last draft slots, they're going to win your league. If they're not hitting, they give you an avenue where you can flip and turn and burn that piece on your roster for that next player, that next hot prospect that's coming up. That player on the waiver wire claim, those losing teams are too scared to pick up because they got to pick the guys who are scoring points now, where you can pick the next guy who's in line for targets on their team. That's running more routes. That's getting some opportunity. That's getting some extra touches in the back nine of games where you see him pop a few runs and you're like, okay, things are starting to come here. I'm going to switch to him. You have that flexibility. It's more than just that player and praying that they hit. It gives you flexibility because you know you have that free square on the back nine of your bench that you can utilize. Colston Loveland's that free square. He's a tight end. You got to wait on tight ends. And tight ends is a position you can stream, play matchups with. He could be your 2 tight end as your lottery ticket. I suggest having 1 to 2 lottery tickets on your roster. It really depends on how deep your team is. I suggest running back heavy on your lottery tickets. But also, this is another one. Him and Warren, both lottery tickets. Loveland's a good lottery ticket due to the offense, how explosive he is, how cheap he is, especially in home league drafts. A guy to pay attention to. Bears, you guys got a good tight end. Solid tight end. And you got a lot of weapons here. This is going to be very interesting to see how these weapons play out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.